What's going on? I hope you guys can see me okay. Give me a thumbs up or I can see you if you can see me okay. Good to see you guys. No glasses today. I guess you can see me. Hey, what's going on? Good to see you guys. So today, this is a pre-event training for the Time to Rise Summit. No, I'm sorry, I'm not Tony Robbins today. I got about a foot less height. Voice isn't as deep, but I feel blessed to say Tony Robbins is one of my dearest friends and partners. If this is the first time we're meeting, I feel blessed that I get to do so many cool things with him. That man changed my life 27 years ago, like so many of you here, and so many brand new. Maybe this is your first time experiencing Tony. And why I'm here today, I'll just be really quick. I'm here to help anchor in some of the foundational pieces that can really set you up for a win at the Time to Rise Summit. The subtle shifts that Tony Robbins taught me literally transformed everything. Listen, you are the one responsible. That's why Tony has one of the top documentaries of all time, I'm Not Your Guru. He's not the guy that changes your life. He's the guy that has recognized patterns and shifts and changes you can make way upstream in here to unlock that best version of you. So today, in 10 minutes or less, I want to talk about the power of decision. So we can show up at the Time to Rise Summit, ready to decide, to commit, to celebrate that next version of you. Hey, everybody, I see you from all over, from London, United States, California, all over the world. It's so cool to have you here. Let's think about this. If you're here today, we all have one thing in common. I see we're from all over the world, right? But one thing we definitely have in common, even though we have different backgrounds, different cultures, is you're here because you know you are meant for more. Isn't that true? Put it in the chat if you know you're meant for more, right? So if we know we're meant for more, I think one of the biggest plights of the human race is knowing you have more potential, you have more gas in the tank and you're not utilizing it, right? So if we're meant for more, then we have to gain the skills and take the uncomfortable action to actually go get more. That's why I'm so glad you're here. And before I share this quick little training, I want to say a couple of things. This is just pre-event. This is just warm up. Make sure you do whatever it takes to be there live with Tony. This might be the last time he ever goes live for 3 days. And it's not just because you're getting in for free. You should pretend you paid $1,000 for it. Do whatever it takes. Cancel other things. Put everything on hold. Your life, this next level of you, is deserving of these 3 days, about 2 hours, 2.5 hours a day. It's the way you kick off the year. Happy New Year, by the way. It's got to be the greatest way on the planet to kick off the new year. So, decision making. I think we can say that without realizing it, sometimes we know we're meant for more and we know the things we need to do to achieve more, but we're waiting for permission. We're waiting for someone in our life to agree with us. We're waiting for the economy to change. We're waiting for something, and a year goes by, 5 years go by. Sometimes a decade goes by. Just like that. And though it may be uncomfortable, you deciding not to move forward, me too, guilty, deciding not to move forward is actually a decision as well, isn't it? If you decide to wait, it's still a decision, but it's not the decision that can move you forward. So I want to give you a little cheat sheet, something to use to prepare between now and the Time to Rise Summit. Make sure it's in your calendar. Don't miss it. Show up live. Engage in the chat, just like I see you here right now, James and Kai and the Vedas, I hope I said that right, and James and Yupis and Stephen and people from all over the world. So here's the little thing, and if you want to write this in the chat, how about between now and then you start thinking of no more gray areas? There's lots of, Tony's going to go through a whole decision-making process. If you haven't seen it, oh my God, it's the best on the planet. But I want to give you a little cheat sheet today in under 10 minutes. What if there was no more gray areas? Think about this. You know you're meant for more. You want more freedom, more choice, more income, more passion, more love, more joy, more excitement. We want more. It's why you're here. In my life, nobody has ever given me a path to put into my own life to actually achieve that more than Tony Robbins. It's why I'm here. It's why I'm loyal. I love the man. I get to see behind the curtain. I know what kind of man he is. And I will be here to promote and push because I know the transformation you can have. But what if we said no more gray? Thank you, everybody, for putting that in. What does that mean? How about when you start looking at things that you do, that you make a decision on? What if you decide, does this action Does this thing take me more towards the man or woman I want to be? Or does it take me away from the man or woman I want to be? Think about that. When you make a decision, what if you just look through that lens? Like sometimes we're in a little bit of a hypnotic rhythm, aren't we? Things that we did in the past that maybe served us in our 20s or our 30s or our 50s or our 60s. It served us then, and it's kind of a hypnotic rhythm routine, but does it serve the man or woman you are today and the man you want to become? When Tony will go deep on story, he'll go deep on crafting your bigger future, crafting your compelling future. So if you know you want to make more money, to have more joy, to have more connection, more intimacy, more passion, if you know that, then look through the lens of the actions you take and say, does this action, does this step bring me towards that person or away? Because so many decisions fall in the gray. Well, they are kind of negative when I hang around them. But I've known them forever, so I'm just going to keep meeting them for happy hour, have some drinks, and we talk about no, no. What if you just got rid of the gray? Does that thing you do, does getting on your phone sometimes when you think you're going to be on for 2 minutes and you surf for 2 hours, does that take you towards the man or woman you want to be or away? No gray area. It's either black or white, yes or no. This little exercise has changed so many things in my life because the one thing we don't get more of is time. How do some people seem like they got 70 hours in a day and some people seem like they got 4? It's because some people are saying yes to everything. They're not making a decision. They're just going with the flow like a raft going down the stream. But when you start consciously looking at things and go, I have to make a decision. Does this bring me towards the man or woman I want to be or away? No gray, black or white, yes or no. You will see how many things in your life you are saying yes to and you don't realize it. And that's a decision. That's why you're overwhelmed. Maybe you're busy. I've been there. I have to do this exercise all the time. The other thing too is sometimes there's things that make us a little uncomfortable. My company could go to the next level, but I need to start that next level marketing. Oh, I'll wait. I know I need to have a discussion with my significant other. Things have gone. We've lost that passion. We don't connect anymore. We're just pretending. I have to have that conversation. Ooh, I'll wait. The waiting, like I said earlier, is also a decision. And if you start looking through the lens, if that conversation, if that marketing, if that decision to finally say yes to you, to finally say no, or I quit, or I must start, those decisions, though may be uncomfortable in the moment, usually your next level of life and abundance lives on the other side of that decision. So I'm not going to go much deeper here today because you got Mr. Tony Robbins going to rock your world. On day one alone, you'll be like, thank God I'm here. I can't believe he's doing that for free. That's what you're going to feel day one. Okay. But if we do a takeaway today, number one, put it in your calendar. Don't dare. And the team watching, make sure we put the date of the event again so you can lock it in your calendar. We'll adjust the copy on this post. Number one, put it in your calendar, show up live. There's nothing like live. Tony's interacting with the chat. It's freaking unbelievable. The energy of people from over 150 countries, tens of thousands of people all together. It's unlike anything. That's number one. Number two, grab a friend or an accountability partner. There's a link above. It's timetorisesummit.com. I would text it to a friend right this minute and say, it's the only time of year Tony Robbins goes free. Let's do it together. You know the friend that probably needs this really bad, that wouldn't even think of doing something like this? So I would send it to that friend and say, let's do it together. Let's meet for coffee after, or meet on Zoom after. Let's talk about what decisions we are going to make to bring us into our next level of life. Number three, I would love for you to think about no gray areas for the next 10, 12 days. You look at something and go, wow, I've been doing that a long time, but it doesn't serve the man I want to be, the woman I want to be. Wow, it's got to be a no. Or that decision, though a little uncomfortable, will take me to a whole nother level. It's time to take uncomfortable action because I know a better version of me lives on the other side. And lastly, I'm so privileged that I'll be speaking again on day 3, and I got something I can't wait to share with you guys. It's a privilege to speak with Tony Robbins. It's a privilege to do this. I don't take it lightly, and we're going to rock the house. So Thank you for spending this time with me. Get ready to decide. Start making those decisions now because I promise you, Tony Robbins is going to show you patterns and processes to set this year up for the greatest year of your life, hands down. It's not hyperbole. I'm a result of what that man did for me. I've gone on to do over $1 billion in sales in my brands. I'm a multiple New York Times bestselling author, and I barely got out of high school. I never went to college. I have dyslexia. I did things that don't seem imaginable, and it truly did start with that man. He set the foundation and I got to soar. He gave me the resources and I got to be resourceful. You're going to get those resources at this event. So lock it in. Don't miss it. Get a friend to do it with you. And I promise you one last thing. You'll want to upgrade to VIP. Now, you're in. If you're watching this, you're in. Nothing you have to do. You will watch it on YouTube. But if you want to look above tonysvip.com, it's really amazing that he does this. He donates 25 meals to Feeding America. You get Q&A at the end. You get to be on Zoom. You get to keep the training for life. Another cool bonus. So definitely worth something to look at. Thank you for joining me here on this Monday. I am so stoked that you're a part of this. It is going to be unbelievable. He is fired up. Can't wait to see you at the event. See ya.